to our new starter training tutorials. In this session, we'll be managing receipt notes and the process behind booking your goods in. We will pre-book items, create receipt notes, book in back orders, and confirm receipt notes. The purpose of receipt notes are to confirm what your suppliers have sent. Once confirmed, the items will be receipted into stock or the items will be available to be picked. So let's look at pre-booking. Items will only be pre-booked if they are due in the next day. Default settings can be set within a supplier record to have the pre-book option on or off. To check this option, go to the supplier record. To do this, go to the menu on the left, click Company, Companies, search for your supplier, and double-click to enter into the record. Click onto the Supplier tab at the top. You will see at the bottom the option for automatically pre-book. So you can tick or untick that setting, and you also have the option to auto-create receipt notes for this supplier. Remember to save your settings. When a purchase order is confirmed, these default settings will apply against the supplier. If you want to override these options, then this can be done when confirming the purchase order. Here is an example on how to do this. From the menu on the left-hand side, select POP and select Orders. I am going to search for all outstanding purchase orders. I'm going to double-click into one of the purchase orders, and then I'm going to confirm that purchase order by clicking the button Purchase. From this pop-up box, you can see that the auto build and the pre-book option is already ticked, and that's because the default settings have been set within the supplier. If I did want to override this, I'd simply just untick. I also have the option of not sending it down the link and selecting the standard purchase, which means that I can phone it through, email the purchase order through, or if required, put it on the supplier portal. So for this example, I'm going to do a standard purchase. I'm going to click Auto Build Receipt Note and Receipt as Pre-book. And I click the button OK. You will see that the status on the top right has changed to Stocked on Pre-book. I'm going to navigate through to my second example of this purchase order, and I'm going to click Purchase again, but I'm going to untick Auto Build Receipt Note, and I'm going to untick Receipt as Pre-book. And on this status, you'll see that the purchase order is in a status of awaiting receipt. Awaiting receipt means that these items have not yet been placed onto a receipt note. So let's confirm our receipt notes. So to do this, we will go to Movements and Receipts. I'm going to search for all outstanding receipt notes. If there's more than one receipt note in the list, you can confirm them as a batch. To do this, you highlight the notes and click the button Complete on the top right. And for my example here, I'm just going to select a few and select Complete. And then at the bottom, I've got the button Complete Selected Records. Those particular receipt notes are now confirmed. by showing a status of completed. You can confirm a receipt note individually. So I'm just going to go back to my outstanding receipt notes. And enter into one of the receipt notes at the top. So to complete the notes individually, I simply click the button on the right called Complete, and then I can navigate through to my next one. If you haven't received an item, then you do need to mark the receipt note that the item's not been received. So to do that, you will double click, and in the quantity received, enter the value that you physically received. If there is a shortage, then only receipt in what you received. The shortage process will be covered in a separate section. So let's now go and receipt in some back orders. To do that, click onto Movements and Receipts as we did before. And in the top right, you'll see a red button called Available Lines. And click the button Search. All these items in the list have not as yet been receipted in, and it could be that they're on back order or they're from a supplier that you don't want to auto build receipt notes for. So to build a receipt note, highlight the lines and click Create Outstanding Note. This will create an outstanding note for you, and if needs be, you can make some changes. If you're happy with that note, then click the button Complete. So just going back onto the available lines and click Search. I do have the option of creating the receipt note and completing it in the same click. So highlight the lines and click the button Create and Complete. This has built the receipt notes and also confirmed them at the same time. All these items are now available to be picked and dispatched. So that is the end of the session. I hope you found it useful. If you have any training requirements, then please contact our customer care team.